All right. What's happening? I'm gonna let y'all pile in here. Before we get started, Josh Hawkins. Um, P2B. We just gonna play it cool from here and let people come on in. Um, there's been a little bit of madness going on. Um, need to send peace and blessings out to my brother Rashad Coles, Rush, who is in the Phantom Plus was cracking. Cousin Annis was cracking. He had a heart attack and he's in the ER. Need y'all to pray for my guy. I want to slap you with some funk so hard, Josh Hawkins. But the truth is, there's something, I'm having some type of technical difficulty. Oh, no, you ain't missing First Church of Holy Shit, Dice. Today, we're going to do it a little different. You didn't miss church because I didn't give church because in the words of the Hodo the Boko Shahs, the spirit did not give utterance. Oh, that's why I had that there. Having some fun. Yeah. I wasn't given a message. So, in turn, I wasn't going to bullshit y'all with, that shit they do in regular church where they really ain't got nothing to say. So they just hoop and holler and talk about how happy they are. No real lesson. I can't do that. Isn't that the dopest bowl? Look at that. Little chopsticks go right in there. Courtesy of Mrs. Brown, because she knows I love noodles. Actually, it don't. Okay, you gotta elaborate, Dice. You gotta elaborate, Dice. You got your triangle kush. All right. Yes. Let's kick it off, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Giraffeballz. I am your Uncle Jeff, your servant and host. And I don't know, holler if it's your first time. Don't seem like it. Well, I don't see no first timers in here. If it's your first time, hit us with a P2B. First timers P2B. OGs hit me with a P2B1. I know that sounds a little backwards, but think of it as a Mac file. When you make a Mac file, if you make a copy, the copy becomes 1. The original doesn't need a number. It's the original. Oh, it started out on the Easter thing. I started out on the Easter thing. I didn't end. Well, uh, to be frightfully honest, uh, I I look at it and mm, mm, mm. I apologize for eating out of this greasy ass bowl in y'all ear. But we can get into that. We can get into that. Because it don't have to be Easter for you to discuss, you know, that evil Ishtar shit. You feel me? That ain't got to be the entire reason for the powwow. You feel me? We can always bust into the evils of Ishtar. Cause that was some foul shit that went down, and for the reasons that it went down. That's not a it's not a topic that we couldn't not have. Again, we ain't got to wait 11 months to get into Easter. So if it please the court, we can do that again. Again, we can get up in it. All right there, Taurus. What's happening? Boston tapping in. Yeah, we finna get on into it. Today, I really I don't know if it's that my vessel is so full or it's empty, because and to be honest, I don't think it's about either. I think it's because there's so much shit going on right now. That I don't have the latitude to really I can't. Like this week, nothing came to me specifically because there was so much shit, and a lot of shit I was helping people with. But that doesn't vary itself from any other week. It just this week there was no real pull on me to do a particular subject. So we can do the Q. You fucking them noodles. Oh, they don't have a chance. The rest of the noodles are trembling in fear in the bowl because it's going down. Frank White, peace to the balls, Doc. Good to see you on GMS's live the other day. Oh, always, man. I co-sign that Jedi right there. That's a good cat. Yeah, I'm co-signing my brother. That's a good brother. I enjoy the 3Gs podcast. Get you some good noodles. Okay. Now, let's before we get into the Q&A, it is Giraffeballz, my nigglets. So, in keeping with this being Giraffeballz, we got to get into the strain of the day. And look at here. Oh, God damn it. I had the window open. I don't know why it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. See, this is that bullshit that be making niggas mad. I hate when my electronics don't do what I want because I'm an older gentleman. I don't have time for this shit. Okay. Well, if you went to the right window, dumbass, then it might. Okay. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Kapow. Now we are ready. Let's share. Today's strain that I'm smoking is Gorilla Glue. Original glue, also known as Gorilla Glue. GG4 and Gorilla Glue number 4 is a potent hybrid marijuana strain that delivers heavy-handed euphoria and relaxation, leaving you feeling glued to the couch. Gorilla Glue's chunky resin-covered buds fill the room with pungent, earthy, and sour aromas inherited from its parent strains, Kim's sister, Sour Dub, and Chocolate Diesel. Taking first place in both the Michigan and Los Angeles Cannabis Cups, as well as the High Times Jamaican World Cup, this multiple award-winning strain's supremacy is no longer a secret, and consumers will search far and wide to get their hands sticky with original Gorilla Glue number 4. Thanks to Leafly. Great little source. I got some stuff cooking, man. I got some stuff cooking with a young, funny cat. His name is John, who smells like weed. Y'all wait till y'all see this shit we finna do. Funny shit. So let me know what you're smoking, and let's get in whatever we smoking, people. Test tube beaker bong today. That's what I'm going with. Y'all ready? If you got them, smoke them. Pick them up. Let's go. Okay. Now I gotta get my good pull for the edits. Okay. Usually like to get my good pull in the first 15 or so. Oh yeah. If you can't find your weed and it's right in front of you, it's a problem. It's a problem. You probably need you good. You probably need them on. Me, I need a good pull. Oh shit. Lamar Parkels, what's crapping? Blah blah. What's cracking? Smoking on that hot apple fritter. Okay, bruh. They just be naming what? Smoking on that apple fritter Jungle Boys. You got to come on, bro. You got to elaborate, nephew. That there sounds interesting. What kind of ride are you taking right now? And Okay, let me see. You can't even get a big white plume of smoke. It's so clear and smooth. Is the whole house high? Yeah, I think sometimes my wife get a mild contact because I do be smooth. I got to get the incense burning. So the whole house. It smells lovely. I taste some other shit. See, as you get older, you got to treat yourself with shit. Is that not the coolest ashtray? It's a bulldog ashtray. That's a cool looking ashtray, ain't it? Look at that guy. Here you go. See? And only sweet smells come out of his mouth. That's my guy. Keeps it smelling good in here. Jungle Boys is the brand. Oh, weed incense? No, don't do the weed incense. Apple fritter is the shit. Cuzzo had some. You called on Scotty. Oh, apple fritter is the shit. Cuzzo had some. You call on Scotty. Oh, you call on Scotty. You beamed up? Okay, I got you. Yeah. What was that kind we had in the backyard that time, Annis? What was we smoking? It was delightful. Well, anyway, we just sat sitting up here talking shit. Here's what I'm here to do. One, a little later, we're gonna get into the book club. When my young bucks get in here, and we're gonna break down the first 3 chapters of this book. Where's my book? I'm telling y'all. Whoops. The fuck is this on the front of my book? Goddamn kids can't have shit. Okay. Well, get this book. I ain't making a nickel. I ain't making a bent quarter for telling you to go get Will's book. I'm telling you, it reads as a thesis on Black American culture, what we lack as people, how we look at each other, and how we interacted, and what was done to us, and where it put us mentally at the end of the 20th century. You can tell a lot about a civilization by their art. Ooh-wee. Wait till people look back 300 years from now. Chaos, what's up? Wait. When people look back on this, 300 to 500 years from now, when civilizations look at us and what we valued, what we marveled at, you know, like the ability to jump 4 feet off the ground with a ball. Not the ability to save the planet by letting the water power driven car come out back when we had the technology. No. Mm-mm. No. Because you can throw a ball accurately 50 yards and run really fast and run into people. Not because you teach the children, but because you can hit a baseball a country mile. That is why we worship you. That is why we pay you. They're going to look back on us. And I doubt that the people in the future are going to look back on the past and side with the niggas that we agree we don't like. Oh, we all going to take some heat as a species. But who going to get in the most trouble? Niggas. In the future, you got to ask yourself, what you want to write with regard to your own past. Can't predict the future, but you write your own past. What do you want to write? I think some of us are going to be embarrassed. Anyway, we're going to get into breaking down this book in a little bit. And it's going to get funky. I think we're really going to enjoy it. Oh, yeah. Cananis gets down. She gets way down. Now, any questions you Negroes got? Any shit on your mind? Anything y'all want to bring up? Anything? Oh, yeah. Hey, Danny. Is this your first Danny 310? This must be your first time in here. Hey, man. Yeah. You probably haven't been in here a lot. I'm a very expressive person with my face because my soul is free. There's a lot of shit that weighs down the average individual. It doesn't weigh me down at all. Number one of them being, all right, Q, in a second. What other people think of you is none of your business. That little nugget's for you. Are you still doing stand-up dates? Yeah, bro. I'm around town. Okay. My man Q Washington's asking me about the Johnny Depp case. Well, First off, oh, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the book club dice. And yes, to whatever, yes. I'm gonna start broadly and try to work my way in myopically to Johnny Depp. I'm gonna try, because to be honest with you, that kind of negativity I don't allow in. So I didn't watch it. I only saw little snippets of it. I won't even let that shit in. And it's not my fucking business anyway. But for what I can gather, we're gonna have to find a way. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Follow me now. You know these average broads that Kev keep talking about? Kev Samuels. These average broads he's talking about are going to be the people that balance out this crazy male-female energy thing that's going on right now. Because it's the average broads that's what a spark one prime. It's the average chicks, the average dames. I'm saying these words because they're buzzwords, and I know you're gonna. I don't give a fuck. These average ones you keep talking about are who have had enough of these pretty vindictive bitches. Oh, they've had enough too. They have had the vindictive bitch has come to trial. Everywhere in society. We even have a name for them with the white ones, Karen. There's a vindictive bitch in my life that I no longer refer to as her name. In my house, we refer to that gutter, vile, nasty, filthy thing. That vile gutter snipe is Keisha. And I hate to hang that name. I'd love to think beautiful things about Keisha. But boy, I got some Keisha stories, nigga. And it's such a beautiful. When you hear Keisha, when I hear Keisha, I never think white girl. I think fine ass black girl. Every time I hear Keisha, I think fine ass black girl. Also, and you really got to take it off the Keishas. It's not the girl's name Keisha. It's usually the girl's name something that's put on with Keisha. Sharkeisha, Ron Keisha, Quan Keisha, Shay Keisha. Them be the ones. Because it was the mindset of their mamas that you can tell by what they name. Okay. Sometimes my genius gets away from me. But anyway. Cam Sam shit is kind of bullshit because broke niggas get bitches too. Young Jedi. Oh, I beg to differ, brother. Brother Kells, we gonna have to talk about that, young man. Oh, thank you, brother. We can't. You really can't think that, man. Wow. No, sir. No, we can't have that. You can't think that. I can't have you thinking that. Yes, my soul is free. That can't be the yardstick. Getting bitches and doing what? Making puppies. That can't. Yeah. If you just out getting bitches, then you just out making puppies. That's that shit. We gotta. They get bitches too. As far as sex, bro, we gotta get a higher yardstick. We must have a higher yardstick than sex. There's got to be. It can't. Sex can't be the. And believe me, nobody. Young bucks, you don't love Cooter no more than me. You can't. You couldn't possibly. You couldn't possibly love it any more than me. But it's got to be about something more than that. It has to be. But anyway, let me see what y'all talking about. I'm saying I make 50 racks, my girl makes 70 racks. Oh, I'm saying I make 50 racks, my girl makes 70 racks. Ain't nothing wrong with that. He makes it seem like Zoe would say the numbers for black men with wealth is low. Bruh Kells, there's so much to unpack in that. I want you to, man, why don't you call him? Why don't you come in the thing sometime? There, nephew. He only talks to black men who have a whole bunch of money and want a super bad broke bitch. Eggs. Now you're talking. Now, young man. Now, young man. You have hit the nail on the proverbial head. Okay. We can get off into that for a second. Let's talk about that. Let me even make a banner about that. So that I can be honest. Create. Yeah, let's go with that. Is oh, well, that sucks. My say I'm here. Okay, there must be something. There must be some misunderstanding. Because for some reason I'm not being allowed to type. What this damn thing done to my shit. Now I can't type. Ain't that a bitch? Got a bunch of shit highlighted that I didn't highlight. I tell you, I hate computer. I fucking hate computer. I cannot wait till the day computer all turn off. Computer. Fuck computer. Fuck computer in S. If computer had S, fuck computer in S. Hate computer. Ah. See, I'm going to start doing accents that you can't say I'm racist because you can't pick out the accent. You don't know where he from. Fuck computer. Computer. Fuck computer. In ass fuck computer. Who said he's from where? What? You know. What? Fuck computer. In ass. Fuck computer. I don't think Kevin Samuels knew who you was though. Only thing I disagree with was men don't talk to men like that, and he put up a brick wall on you. It's very disheartening. Dice, Kevin Samuels is masterful. I must say that. Brother man is masterful at what he does and how he does it. I dig him. I listen to him frequently because he makes ironclad sense. And part of making that sense is only talking to people who he deems worthy in his circle. I submit to you, his circle and those of his kind that made their wealth on just words, lawyers, accountants, those of you who didn't build bridges or start apps, your world's going to crumble. Bankers, your world's going to crumble. And this new way we're going looks totally different than the other way that we have been. It's nothing like that way. Be famous for telling fat girls that they fat and ugly. And ugly girls, they ugly. Nothing special. I disagree. He's also illuminated the fact, Brother Kells, that whether he's right or wrong, yeah, brother, yeah, here we go. I'm gonna go this way with it. Even before the merchandise comes out, when the merchandise comes out, my man Lamert Park Kells, I don't know what it's gonna be, but he gets something free. Lamert Park Kells is a nephew, official nephew. Now, say all that, nephew, but I'm coming with love. You might not like this. He famous for telling fat girls they fat and ugly girls they ugly. Okay, I got you. That's funny. He's famous for telling fat girls they fat and ugly girls they ugly and nothing special. Okay. With love, bruh. I had to disagree a little bit because there's something special. Let me I get where you I get where you're coming from there, young Jedi. But you got to look at it from here as well. Let's just say that he did not bring up the fact that the middle-aged black woman is no longer concerned with the black family. Let's just say he didn't bring that up. Let's just say he did not bring up the standards level crashing to where it is now for daughters being raised. Let's say he didn't do that. Let's say that he isn't holding black males to a standard, and that he isn't telling black men who busted their asses to go to school and learn what they learned to become what they became. Let's just say that he hasn't said all of that. And all he said, and all he was famous for telling fat girls they fat and ugly girls they ugly. There was a man, you are right, about that being nothing special. Because Red Fox did it. Don Rickles did it. Corey Holcomb does it. D.L. Hughley does it. From time to time, I do it. It's when he did it. Now, in the time when all would be revealed, which is now that you live in, I want you to look up the age of Aquarius. I want you to look up the age of Aquarius. When you get a chance, just check that out. That's the age you live in, young Jedi, when everything would be known. And what is happening right now, and what he is illuminating, is that for the past 6 decades, no. Yep. The past 6 decades, my lifetime, the black woman has been allowed to take the metaphysical, has never had to take the stand for her behavior. And when she did, she got to put other people in her lap. Oh, men do it too. Oh, I do this because this happened to me. Oh, this has happened. Oh, that has happened. But never there does she sit on the stand by herself for her transgressions And he does that. And he is causing others to do that. And that is not attacking. It's time for that. If you wrong, you damn wrong. Most sisters are not upset with you because they don't agree with what you have to say about them. They already know that about themselves. They're upset with you for having the balls to say anything in the first damn place. He defies that. And he defies it with facts and statistics. What the core problem is, we're not going to make it back to a matriarchal society. We won't. We about to go feudal, bruh. This about to get ugly. Bruh, ma'am, whoever you are. This is about to get bad. Anyway. What I believe is going down. You should come in 6 Mile. Come on in. You should. I'm gonna put the doohickey up here in a minute. Okay, there we go. I think. Okay. No. Yes, maybe. No. Why is this? God damn it! Trying to unhighlight some shit. For some reason, I'm not being allowed to do that. There we go. See, that's all highlighting, and I have no idea why in the hell it is. I'm going to try something. Okay. You people sit tight. Let me see if this works. All right. Whoops. Okay. All right. Nope. That's bad. Okay. I have sincerely fucked some shit now. Okay. Okay. Remove that one. Okay. I'm going to figure this out. Is there an echo where you guys are? Let me know if you guys hear an echo. All right, I'm back. I'm back in here. Okay. Y'all wasn't getting no echo, Ryan. I had fucked some shit up over here. It was going down in my headset, boy. Okay. Here what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit the invite. Okay. Here it is. 6 Mile. Pretty please with sugar on top. With love. Come on in. I think everybody nothing Facebook yet. Okay. That's I don't know what that's that bullshit. Fuck Facebook. Anyway. Yeah. Whoever wants to, whosoever will, let them come on in. As long as you smoking, yeah. Okay. 6 Mile. Pretty please with sugar on top. Stop starting fights in the chat. If you are presentable, as in your face can be seen, come on and let's talk about it. I would love to talk about it. What up, Cutlass? Hey, man. We just been talking in general about some shit today. We about to get into the book club. As soon as my homies start showing up, we're gonna get off into that. There is the chat. Come on in the room if you are so inclined. I would love to discuss, especially with anybody that takes issue with something I'm saying. No, you didn't miss none. Especially y'all think I'm tweaking because y'all indoctrinated. Yeah. 6 Mile, please come in here and like me. I would love to come in here. I guess you never been to the First Church of Holy Shit, huh? Yeah. I don't think you know where you are. Yes. Come in. Don't hide or put your question up. Put your beef up. Put it up with me. I'm the host of the show. I'm inviting you in here. This is the 21st century. I would imagine you have a webcam and a mic, or at least a cell phone, a smartphone, a way to patch into me. We on some Star Trek shit. You can patch right into me. and we can talk. Oh, yeah. There's a young consciousness fight going on in the chat, and I want to get to the bottom of it because I don't know where this person might think they are. But hey, here goes somebody coming over here. Dice, what's going on, brother? How are you, man?
What's up,
Peace to the balls.
man? Yeah. How's Giraffeballz?
Ah, man, good to see you, brother. Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, your first time. Where you calling me from?
I'm calling from Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh,
North Memphis,
bro,
Tennessee. Yeah.
bro, check this out. Check this out, young man. I'm not sure, but I think it's closed now. Used to be
Yeah.
NAS Millington, the air base, the naval base out there in Millington is closed now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was stationed on that base. That's where I went to school. I used to come up and hang out on Bill Street, eat all kind of nasty for you, horrible, kill you, good ass tasting food. I love Memphis, bro.
I was gonna go on Bill Street tonight. You know, today my birthday, and I wouldn't spend it nowhere else but with you, man. You the second oldest. Like, I look up to older Taurus than me.
Yes,
you
sir.
The second. My first is Malcolm X. You the second. You the second oldest Taurus that I look up to.
I ain't got no money to lend you, man. You don't need to talk to me like that. I can't borrow you no money, man.
Hey, man, if I buy that Shea Butter, you owe me a free one. You said it on the last one.
Yes, sir. I got you.
You said you owe me a free one there.
I got you, bro.
Okay.
Hit me up, guys. I got you, man.
Yeah.
Shit. How I'm gonna not get you? I'm over here making it. I got you. Ain't no middleman. I'm over here. It's me. I'm packing this shit. So, question, bro. Ooh, before I get away from it, because I'm high, and I thank you so much. How old are you?
I'm 40 today.
40. All right now. Now, when did you used to watch me with Zoe, or did you start here? Where did you first encounter me?
It's like I've been knowing of you. I've been seeing you. Like, I'm 82, baby. I grew up with the Comic View and all that. I've been seeing, but I didn't know you was who you was until I follow a lot of people, and then lead me to other people. It's like it led me to Zoe. So then when I saw you, I was like, who is this Zoe stopping his show for to let him rant? And then I know him, but I had to go look, and I was like, I know him, but I didn't know you like I know you now.
Oh,
and I was
man.
like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I'm supposed to be.
Bro,
you a good dude, man. You a good dude, man.
Bro, I try to be. Hey. I tell you what, I am far from perfect, but if you follow me at all, this is one of my favorite comments.
Yeah,
I think I'm most effective with young bucks because I don't come at y'all like you know nothing. I know everything. This is where you fuck. Here's my fuck ups.
That's how I do.
Here's my fuck ups. I open my fuck ups. See, I'm sorry. This world is like it is because we fucked it up for y'all, and the shit that we don't like about y'all, we taught you. So somebody got to get to the brothers that want to listen, and that's my job. Now, anything, ask me anything, bro. What's on your mind?
I know you saw me in the comments. I was saying things, but it was like last Sunday. It was like me and my girl, like we watch you all the time. Like, I like that you started your own church, Cause it's like the definition of church is um meetings of like-minded people.
Right. Come on
And I
now.
like that you started your own church, and I don't miss church. Like today,
Mm-hmm.
my birthday. I wouldn't rather be nowhere else. I saw your notification. Oh, jump on. My
Well,
girl, she at work. I'm waiting on her to get off, and we're gonna hit Bill later on.
okay.
I'm trying to do something
Here's
for
some.
my birthday.
Here's something I want you to do there, young bull.
Yeah,
Um, I want you to really find and get into the significance of not just being a tourist, because I did this
yeah,
and it really changed. And I'm talking about recently, bro.
yeah,
It changed my focus. Have somebody do find out as much as you can on YouTube, and you may and forgive me if you already know,
yeah.
as much as you can about numerology, of the numerology of your birthday and the time
Yeah.
and the very hour.
I'm
And
studying that now. I'm studying that now. Like I was born at 10:45 in the morning, and I
mm-hmm,
heard that's the most important part of your birthday, the time.
mm-hmm,
So when you get to draw up the birth chart, like
mm-hmm,
I got this book called The Only Astrology Book You'll Ever Need. And it's like an old book, and I be reading it like to my girl, and I read it for
mm-hmm,
myself. And
mm-hmm,
it teaches you how to draw out birth charts. Like what drew me to it, it was
mm-hmm,
like you said, when Alexander the Great was born, they
mm-hmm.
had personal astrologers, and they was like, if you can hold out your birth until this time, your baby will be great. And then she did it, and then he was born, and then he was Alexander the Great. And that's what drew me to it. Like I was like, wow, how they know that? But you know, with the pyramids lined with Orion's belt and all that, you know, it's way bigger than us. I'm a Egyptian American.
Well, brother, what I'm so happy to see
Yeah,
is that the average cat like me and you,
yeah,
when, bruh, I'm gonna go back to when I was 40. I ain't even got to go back no further. The further back I go, the more ridiculous it would sound for an
yeah,
average cat to be talking like you. And all you talking like is an Earth, Wind, and Fire album.
yeah.
That's
My mom
you.
went to high school with them.
Sit tight, Ja. Um, so yeah, man, I'm happy to touch base with you.
Yeah,
I'm going to I'm gonna have you sit tight in the back of the studio for a hot second, uh, Dice, so that you can either A, go get your book. What's happening, Brooklyn Honcho? Let me throw this in for you, man. That's the StreamYard right there. You can pop in from right there. Yeah, you can either go get your book, Will, if you have it there. Or you can be show me where you just ordered it, or you can see chime in at the very end. In that order, the first one, if you do the first one, hop back on in here. If you got Will's book, go get it. If you don't, order it Give us some time to talk and then come in. If you can't get it or order it today, then sit tight to the end. We gonna holler at you. But I'm about to get this book club joint started. This is the maiden voyage of the Uncle Geoff's book club. And this is all it is we gonna take books and break them down from intelligent black men perspectives. I ain't never, and it might be out there. But you gotta I don't see it. I certainly, everything's on Amazon, Kels. This book's everywhere. You can get it. You go out the house. If you go out the house and you're not careful, one of these books will fall out of the sky and knock the shit out you. It's there everywhere. Target. I bet you it's in Target. And yes, you can. And this is what it's going to take to join the book club. You're going to have to start out with the first book. The first book's Will. And I'm really, really honored that these young brothers reached out to me, because it means that at least I'm making a fucking dent, for one, and for two, there's some niggas coming after me that's gonna be able to handle some shit. So with no further ado, let me bring into the room brother Ja. How are you, man?
All is well. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, bro.
Oh, excuse me. How you doing?
Yes, sir. I'm good. That's a fly hat, Ja. Is that one of y'all's?
Nah, that's my homies. It's from DBIC brand. Queens get the money.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my homie from Hollis, Queens, and I'm from Far Rockaway, so I'm representing for the home team right now.
Oh, my man. Well, send me a link, cause bruh, I'll throw on some. I got some goddamn questions that will go real nice with that hat right there.
Copy. That's the good Morris.
Yes, sir.
My good Morris brother Ray Bay made these, and he also has a cologne called Baja La Panties. Right, I'm gonna get them both to you.
No, please do, bro. Please do. We got to cross the streams. Speaking of which, we kind of touched base on the fact that you young brothers have a book club in place already.
Well, I have the Ranchers Union, and the Ranchers Union has an initiative that's a book club, but it was actually started by some sisters in the Ranchers Union.
Beautiful.
Salute the Redemption Song 76 and Just One Love. They have the Reading Ranchers. So I produced that for them, and know, and their first book that they reviewed and is by my brother Casey Gang McCalla, also known as MC Mighty Casey. He did that White Girl spoof song. But he had a book called Inside the Secret War. CIA's secret war inside Jamaica. Excuse me.
Wow.
Yeah. So we can get him involved over here too whenever you're ready. He's actually in LA now too. So y'all can.
Bruh, then we gonna yeah. Let's chop it up. So let's get on into it. The book is Will. You can pick it up any fucking where. And it chronicles a dude that I continue to be a fan of. And these words sound crazy last year. The following words sound crazy last year. Despite everything that has happened and all of this shit he's going through, I am still a fan of Will Smith. And this book, more than anything, galvanized it for me as showing me who he became and how he became it, and giving me a way to appreciate him for his pluses and understand his minuses.
Right.
That's really why I really started all of this shit, and I wanted to break it down with some brothers that could bring some real flame to this, and you being one. I thought this was Tommy Sotomayor. That nigga skin ain't never been this clear. Yeah, dude. Let's overall, did you finish it?
I finished it.
Mm-hmm.
I know you say you want to talk about the first 3 chapters, so I'm down with that because we definitely want some people to catch up.
Sure, yeah.
I only read this book because Uncle Geoff suggested it to us, right? And after reading it, I was very, very glad I did. Not only does it clearly explain why we saw what we saw, but it'll give you an appreciation for him, but as well as humanize him. I don't even want to spoil it, but trust me, you're going to want to read this book if you haven't. You
know? Well, let me first bring Schoolboy in, and then who is another brother that has come into the fold and started to hang out over here on Giraffeballz, and it's good that I'm making big friends in other cities because I tend to talk some shit sometime, and it's good to know some niggas with some size around me. No, I don't do that. But welcome, Doc. Did you get it? How you doing, man? You good?
Not bad. Give me one moment. I'm still trying to situate. I was having some issues with
okay. What you smoking?
My system. I don't even know, man. I got some shit last night that came out the blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what do you do know when you come in the house? You got to take a pull.
Yo, that's how it goes. I just put it out. I might have to go back and get it.
Yeah, we'll wait. Go get it. Go get it. I'm not fucking around. Go get it.
All right, hold on.
Go get your shit. I love you.
Get your fucking green screen right too, man. What the fuck? Yo, you know what I'm about to ask you, right?
No.
I'm about to ask, can we get the smaller 3 squares?
Okay, bro. You are, come on, man. Come on. You okay. You mean okay, no. I'm cool. Gonna keep going. I'm gonna get it.
All right.
That one?
Yeah, either or. I'm cool with that.
You know okay, is that good, man? My bad. I come on, man.
Hey, I sent you the link via WeTransfer for the intro video. It's a little 12-second intro video. I didn't put any music on it because I know you produce music, so I don't know if you want to throw your own music on it.
Oh yes. Well, yeah. When we what y'all? Yes, people in the nigga sphere. What y'all are seeing now is open talk about the post production of today. Yeah, I'm gonna spend that on the front, and then I'm gonna cut the highlights of this. I think you got to unmute yourself, Schoolboy.
You could throw it in the system too. There's a place for you to put videos in here, so you can just upload it and press play.
Oh, dig. I was wondering because because I hit it.
So after you download it, just upload
I hit it. Yeah, you hit me in the chat, and yeah, it didn't here. I tell you what, we done fucked it up already for here. I'm not just gonna do it for here. I'm gonna do it later, and I'm gonna have you email it to me because it's not opening from right here.
I did that too. It's email. It's gonna come.
Oh, it's in my email.
It's gonna come from WeTransfer.
Okay, cool. What now back to you, sir. I don't know how they do it with other books. I'm gonna have to knock you around a little bit, but we do spoilers here on Uncle Geoff's Book Club. We're gonna talk about the book, and we're gonna talk about shit going on in the book. We're gonna talk about it like we see it from chapter to chapter, which gives your ass time to go out and buy the damn book. We are not gonna tiptoe through this book that they've sold 1 million fucking copies of already. Like we holding secrets. We ain't holding secrets. Your ass is slow. Go get the fucking book.
That's a fact. Yeah, man. I'm glad I got into this book. Thank you again.
Yes, you are uncuffed. We're gonna talk about it 3 chapters at a time. You can skip forward, but try to make it just anecdotal. because everybody ain't there yet. That's why I got like I'm at 280. Where am I? I got yeah. Did I read it to yeah. I just my life forever. Yeah. I got
Hey,
right up to where he was getting married.
check the screen share. I got you.
Let's get screen share. Screen share.
There you go. We in this thing.
Okay, yeah. That's nice, bro.
We in this thing.
That's nice. Yeah. And yeah, dude, that's lovely. I'm digging that. So you taking I'll take and throw some thinking about a joint with that's real mandolin-y and sounds very 18th century and put some dirty fucking drums under it.
Fire.
Hey.
Cool boy, what up, player?
Man, crazy night, man. I ended up at Waffle House. It's I'm in Central Virginia, so I'm at Waffle House last night. I think it was like 4:00 in the morning. There's this one black guy working. It's like 20 people in the lobby, and there's a white lady sitting in the kitchen. You can see her. She's sticking her head out, but she refused to come out and work. I just want to call her out for that shit, man. We waited all night for that food. But anyway.
They shit to eat in the South, huh? At night.
No, not at night. Well, I'm gonna suggest that y'all down south cut your Waffle House visits at 3 a.m. down to a minimum, and smoke you some weed and have you a salad and go to bed so that you can last. Because I'm telling you, I've been seeing my friends. I started comedy with these niggas are starting to look like extras from the Thriller video. They look like ghouls, and it's because they didn't take care of their bodies when they were young lions. So I'm telling you, I'll be 57 in a few days. Y'all got to take care of your bodies. The future needs you.
That's a fact.
Now, anyway, let's get on into the first chapter, which was fear. What, if anything, do you remember most of the little Will Smith? Like when he's talking about his earliest memories to right before he started to really grow up, right before high school.
I'm going to paraphrase. I know you wanted us to actually take the sentences out, but
sure.
Basically he said that he was the only person in his family he felt that couldn't fight. And that's powerful. He is the youngest sibling, right? I believe, was he the youngest or the middle? But he's not the only sibling is what I want to say. I don't want to fuck that up. But he definitely has a nice sized family, and he felt he was the only one who couldn't fight. And of course, the infamous, he watched his mother get the beats put on her, and he couldn't do anything about it. He didn't do anything about it, and he felt
right.
And that stuck with him to adulthood.
For me, I saw this dude, his father, and the one piece that stuck out the most to me that kind of defined him. And yes, what you're saying, the seeing his mother beat down like that, not being able to come to her aid, branded him in his own mind as a coward.
Yeah.
I see that, and I see the wound that it created, but maybe it's because I had a similar type of stepfather that I looked at the kind of person that branded the dude. And I saw it was on page 11. Who's in charge? You or me? My heart pounding out of my chest, my voice quivers. You are, daddy, because if two people are in charge, everybody dies. If you're in charge, let me know, and because I will defer to your leadership. Now, this same lesson could have been taught down 1,000 degrees.
Because can I bring it back? He taught him that lesson because he sent him to the store.
Right.
Didn't come back on time, and he had to come outside looking for him, and he embarrassed him in front of all of his friends and scared him up and shook him up and yanked him up by the neck, bringing him home. And he felt he didn't deserve it. Even as an adult talking about it, he felt like he didn't deserve a lot of the beatings he got because he was already eager to please his parents. So he will only get distracted is when he disobeyed a directive is only because he was distracted.
Now, what is Will known for other than talent, other than versatility, other than good looks? What is the number one thing he's known for?
I'm gonna say he's a creative.
Focus.
Okay, focus. Okay. Yeah.
Drive.
So I have a question for you. I have a question because that's the other thing that I wanted to ask you because I'm a new father, right? Newish, right? My son is about to turn 6, right? And it's my first son.
Okay.
He spoke a lot about being afraid of his father instilling this great work ethic in him. However, he instilled it in him through fear. He talked a lot about the black parents using fear as a tactic to teach their children. Now, I was raised up on whoopings and all that shit. My son doesn't get whoopings. He gets put on timeout and we speak to him. But at the same time, I don't want to relinquish the right, my right to have my son afraid of me, right? Because I know there's going to be a time when that's going to come in handy. At least I think that he's going to need to be afraid of his father when it comes to him obeying certain directives that can get him fucking killed. You see what I'm saying? Sure. So I want to ask you as the elder statesman, Uncle Jeff, is that a viable way of raising our children? Is that a feasible, plan of action to have our children fear us? Or is that something we got to let go?
I'm going to answer it this way. People like to say that beatings came from slavery. Mm-hmm. Then explain the cops in Mexico. Has anybody seen that video of the dude that gets caught in a reverse guillotine with his arms? The cop is holding his head, his neck. The back of his neck is on the cop's chest. And the cop's arms are under his arms and across his back, holding him like this. Where 2 other cops then pull his pants down. And they take a aluminum baseball bat to this man's ass.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah. Oh, they whoop his ass. I don't know what he did.
He was crying too.
Ooh, nigga. Look up Mexican police bat. Just Google that on YouTube. Just YouTube that, Google that, find that video. I don't know what he did, but I know I don't think he's gonna do it again. And I also think that did not come from the effects of American chattel slavery on black people. It happened in fucking Mexico. Whooping ass has been around forever.
Right.
Ass whoopings work. I believe that ass whoopings go hand in hand with lessons. And as a last resort. My oldest son is 15, so I just made it off the threshold with this "you can get in trouble for whooping your kid's ass" bullshit of the first order. It is because it has been abused. There's no time to abuse a child. I think that spankings should be incredibly ritualistic. There is a long road you have to walk in order to get a spanking in my house. Here's how I feel about them. This is the way I raise my kids. And I made it clear to my youngest son. This is me and him talking. I said, dude, I got a 65 Thunderbird. If you outside playing with your friends with a ball, and that baseball goes through the front windshield of my car, that glass is very expensive now. Do you think you're going to get a whooping? No. Why? Because it was a mistake. I said, exactly. Now, unless I had just told you not to throw that ball, unless we had a conversation about throwing that ball, which, because it's really on me. If I'm going to send a little kid outside with a baseball next to a classic car, is that really on the kid? That kid ain't going to get an ass whooping with that. Now, if I leave 100 jelly beans in this bowl and I leave and I say, don't touch them jelly beans, and I come back and there's 2 jelly beans missing, somebody finna get their ass whooped over 2 jelly beans. Right. Because the lesson is, do not defy my word. So the ass whooping should teach a lesson. And that should be covered before and after the ass whooping. And at the end of it, son, I love you. I do this to brand these lessons on you because you are going to need them. I don't spank your butt over nothing that won't kill you. I don't spank your butt when I get mad. My ass whoopings have a regimen. Like as you get older, I don't use a belt. I don't use and I know you got a hard out, Ja. I'm trying to respect that. I don't. As a matter of fact, I had to tell a judge this when I was falsely accused of abusing my son by my ex-wife, and he asked, "Do you spank your son?" And and you have to watch this. Do you engage in corporal punishment, Mr. Brown? I said, no, I do not. Corporal punishment, Your Honor, in this country is basically, under its root word, designed for the military. It's a type of punishment for demeaning or interrogation, and I don't demean or interrogate my children. However, my sons, I do spank my son. Really? Well, do you use a belt? Or I go, no, I use my hand. I didn't tell him this, but I've always believed in the ass hand test. We're going to see which one is hardest, your ass or my hand. Now, here's the problem. You ain't got but one ass. I got 2 hands. We do this all day. I guarantee you at 7 to 12, right where you put them ass whoopers in, you ain't gonna stand up to schoolboy. You got a nephew who can stand up to 8, 9 of them? Or your full blast on that ass? No, he ain't. You gonna put something on his mind. I think males need to have a healthy fear of a man who loves them unconditionally.
There you go.
Need to, yeah.
Thank you. Because that's what that chapter had me questioning, right? Because I haven't had the real reasoning as of yet right now to even go there, right? But I'm like, what am I going to do when that time comes? Now, growing up, and I was young, I always thought, like, if you don't instill the fear in your child or discipline them, the world will, right? So for lack of better, terms, if you don't whip their ass, the streets will, or the police, which is still the streets. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I remember, I hate to bring a movie into it, but did anybody watch Fresh? It was a movie about a young kid who was.
What you know about Fresh, man? What? One of my favorite movies.
And the scene where he had to pin what he did on the other guy who was bullying him, and they disciplined that guy with an actual chain. They basically whipped him.
When they're in there, how I'm gonna get money for to deal with Esteban? Where I'm gonna get it from? yo, Corky, this little motherfucker is lying. Yo, that's my movie. Oh yeah.
And I always looked at that scene like, had his mom's whipped his ass, these two grown drug dealers won't be beating him with this belt. Or had his father whipped his ass, rather. But I was raised by my mother, so my first initial thought was my mother, right? So I'm like, damn, if he got that whipping at home, he would have been in the streets.
Yeah. If he, well, here's the deal, man. What it's almost like breaking your legs and then making fun of how you walk with regard to this system and how it deals with taking away our fathers and then locking up their sons. There's a lot that you can attribute to the absence of the father, and what the stigma I hate and the rhetoric that is gone with in many circles is that just one day a bunch of black men got up and all one time and decided, okay, fuck our families on 3. Ready? Break. No, that's not what happened.
Not at all. Not at all.
That's not. There was a system in place that was aimed at destroying the black family, and I am glad it did, because it destroyed the black family just at the right time. The black family is disintegrating right now so that it can become what it should have been all the time, a village. That family shit doesn't work for us. And that's my chief issue with the Kevin Samuels crew. That's another show.
Right. But this guy, to bring it back full circle.
Yeah, bring it back, yeah.
And if that's the case, is Will just bitching and complaining in this book about how his father did this and his father did that, but really his father raised a winner. Like, I'm of the train of thought, I would have took an ass whooping any day from my father if I'm going to be as successful as Michael Jackson, right? So I'm like, well, that's a fair trade to me.
Well, brother, what you're talking about is, and I'm gonna say it in another way. If you look close enough at any success, you'll find an asshole. Mm-hmm. Somebody got to, when you see a boxer get in shape, he got a trainer, and that trainer's a fucking asshole. Somebody got to get the dancers on the bus. Ain't no Tina without Ike, no Jacksons without Joe.
Right.
The problem becomes when ordinary people consider the methods taken to take someone from ordinary to extraordinary as extreme.
Right.
Yeah, it's extreme for you, because you're sitting on the couch, assistant manager of a Home Depot at 58 ass ain't gonna understand what it's gonna take. You don't understand what it takes to get excellence out of an individual.
Right.
Or for that individual to see it in themselves. And sometimes that pressure breaks people. It makes you a perfect this and a horribly imperfect that.
Right.
Will Smith is a perfect superstar.
Right.
Horrible husband. I love him. I love you, bro. But man, I'm glad you made it. Because you'd have been that nigga on the subway platform that came down there with a gun, killed everybody, and was smart enough to know when the train was coming in and jumped in front of it. That's who he is without the millions.
And that's
because of what the pressure made him. But go ahead.
No, I'm saying that's why we saw what we saw, right? So, because I know I have to leave, but I want to say definitely his success is a direct result of how hard his father was on him. But at the same time, you know what I mean, his dealings with women, I feel like you say, he's a horrible husband in the sense he has a horrible pick, and he teaches his ex. Not to blow up the rest of the book, but if you ask me, he teaches his ex and his current wife how to manipulate him, and he breaks it down even in the book. It's like a manual of his psyche and how to manipulate him.
Sure. Oh wow. Okay. I saw it slightly different than that, but I don't disagree, which means that this is going to be fascinating, man, to really get into. Tell them where to find you, Doc.
Hey man, just come fuck with us on the YouTube at The Ranters Union or therantersunion.com. Make a page, promote your shows, things like that. I gotta go, but I know Schoolboy can stay and y'all can bust it up about the next 2 chapters. But I apologize, I gotta run. I had a quick window today.
Man, well, it's wonderful to have you, man. But I don't let you leave. I have to kick you the fuck out like that. You just don't get to leave. Get the fuck out of here. Just y'all go check him out. Yeah, man. I think that
So
I'm so stupid. I got something else. I think did you get through the whole thing?
Yeah, I did.
How long did it take you?
About an hour and a half or so.
To read the whole book?
Not the whole book. No, I haven't read the whole book. I read through like the first 3 chapters or so.
Oh, nigga, I thought you were saying you read this whole book in an hour and a half. I was like, this nigga here. Okay, well, let's just have a whole show on how this nigga read. Listen, shit. Okay, so that's hilarious, Josh. Yeah.
This is I pulled out this thing. I don't know exactly what page it's on, but it's on page 12 for me. It says this emotional awareness stayed with me throughout my life. Right? So
yes, I got that.
He was talking about where his dad's keys were the trigger. And he could gauge by how his dad's keys came to the door, what kind of night it was going to be.
Right.
And he's talking about that emotional awareness. And so that's where I think there's a departure for me in terms of if the strategy works, right? Well, because like you're saying, it can break people. And oftentimes we're seeing that these people end up being broken and they're being ruled by fear. And so other people are able to kind of tap into that fear and just control that person through that same kind of fears,
sure.
And stuff like that. So that's the thing. And then I have daughters too. So I don't be putting my hands on my daughters like that,
Well, bro, and yes, as the father of 4 boys and 1 girl, I think in her whole life I may have gave her a spanking maybe once or twice. Besides the fact that those both times I had to excuse myself because I was fucking destroyed. It killed me way worse than her. Them boys, I was like, shit, work this kink out in my shoulder, little bastard. With your daughter, with a son, you kind of raised. How old are your daughters?
8 and 10.
Oh yeah, brother. With your son, you raise him like this. I'm gonna draw this line in the sand. If you cross it, I'm gonna knock your damn head off. I love you. Yeah. You can't raise your daughter like that.
Right.
You raise your daughter where you make your heart the absolute last one she wants to break. The last thing I want to do is disappoint my father, because he's always there for me. Because he is always he my first man. He tell me the truth. He give me the game as much as I'm supposed to have at this age. He treats me like a lady. I got a call up to the school when my daughter was in the 3rd grade because she made a little boy cry because he was in front of her and they were on a field trip. And she said, "You're a bum." And he just started crying. And the teacher said, why would you say that? My daddy said, any boy that don't open the door for me is a bum. And he didn't open the door. And I had to explain to a teacher that I'm teaching my daughter early to be a lady and expect to be treated like one. And to know how to identify men that's been raised right, that will do these kind of things for you. Because those men were raised by men. So there's at least something you can hold that man to and accountable for. Because something in him was raised like a man. I ain't telling my son that shit. I'm teaching my son how to be that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's in my opinion, the playbooks are different, and for good reason. Now, did you? Is there anything in any other chapters of the first, or any parts of the first three that stuck out to you?
Yeah. Then on was it in chapter 2? In chapter 2, he's talking about, I think it's on page 21. He's talking about, but as a child, what the other kids didn't understand was that I didn't lie about my perceptions. My perceptions lied to me. I would get lost. Sometimes I would lose track of what was real and what I had made up. It became a defense mechanism. My mind wouldn't even contemplate what was true. I would think, what do they need to hear to be okay? And see what I mean? So it talks about that kind of delusion. I think there's the right word for that. Like, it's like a weird getting lost in your imagination so much that somebody couldn't connect with you and tell you, hey, you're going the wrong way right now. You know?
Right.
And so that, I think it's playing out like as an adult. You know what I mean? He's trying to please his wife so much, he goes up there and slaps this guy. Or if somebody put a battery in his back, he's trying to make sure that they're okay. So he goes and does this thing. You know, it's just not a good look, man. It's just not a good look.
Right. No. I like the other side of the coin that you just illuminated. If you ask the right people, pleaser can also be manipulator. It's also maybe I'm supposed to be pissed right now. Maybe somebody deserves an ass chewing. Maybe some shit is really wrong. Who decides that? The manipulator gets to decide which thing deserves their manipulation. So it becomes, even though my father is a tyrant, sometimes that nigga's right. Just because he's a tyrant, is he wrong all the time? No, but I'm going to try to get in the way all of the time, which rubs off later. You'll find yourself trying to please the wrong people at the wrong time. And that's how you get over in the Jada lane. How much Jada-ing has he done in business?
I mean, once you get into those kind of numbers, you're not just, right. It's not a salary. You're an institution. You know?
Right. And I don't purport to know. I don't know that world. I don't know what it's like to be. Imagine this, bro. You the biggest motherfucker in the world. At one time, dude was a half a tick under Michael Jackson. And in that time, to be carrying this shit before social media really got kicking, all this shit we getting to know about him, he was carrying around. this is the makeup of this dude as we get into him and Jada. This is the makeup of this dude. Imagine the shit that he's had to carry around. I think all of that is what came out in that goddamn slap. It shouldn't have. But I think all of that starts from this little cat right here. Your thoughts as we fold this part of it up.
You asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? One last comment I wanted to make. I think about chapter 3 was he talks about his high school, and he says I've always been reluctant to ascribe the escalating issues between myself and the school to racism, and that's another like I'm always wary of people who don't want to acknowledge that. You know what I mean? When it's in your face and it's like, oh no, it has to be something else. Just like, what? What are you talking about?
Well, here's my issue. With those people is that they don't want to acknowledge or they feel somehow diminished by the acknowledgement of the existence of the force that demands that they be a third better than white folks. They feel like somehow because I'm so proud of how hard I worked, I am evidence that hard work pays off. No, you're not, motherfucker. We already knew hard work paid off. We get it.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the hard work. We're talking about any black man that has busted his ass to be anything would be a third further if he was white. If Bill Clinton had been black, if Barack Obama had been white, they'd have made him emperor. He'd have been the first emperor. He's too good for president. There ain't been a white man that checked that many boxes to hold that office that this dude got in and did absolutely not fuck for us. But the way the rules go, the way of this game that I don't agree with, that has nothing to do with us, Barack Obama was top shelf of any president in history. We just get away from his color and look at his list. If it had been a white man with that list, they'd have said, fuck president. This dude is grand something else because he's just out of here. So I don't give points to those people who try to act like this shit ain't there just because you made it. You shouldn't have had to work that hard. Ain't no white man had to work that hard. I don't care what you say. You've had resistance in ways you didn't know. If you're in any system, there has been some sneaky shit that has already fucked with you that you don't know. At your job, at the school, some shit that if you knew, you go, I'll just be goddamn. Look at this shit right here, the way they did the books. So this people over here wind up getting their books at a certain time, or they you get substandard food, or there's always some little where you rarely turn over a rock and find white folks doing good for black folks under. That's just, it's not what I've seen. So to co-sign your point, yes, when I see people that find a way around where racism goes in a conversation, where it obviously goes in a conversation, not pulling the race card out of somewhere else, where it honestly goes, I'll go, yeah, nigga, you suspect. You suspect. You act different around white folks than you do black folks. You. I'm not feeling you. So yeah, man. Bruh.
So then when people from other countries ask us, why don't these celebrities do more for black people in America? It's not because they don't always have access to the resources. It's their mindset isn't attuned to address the issues at hand. And that's unfortunate. So it's, I hope we make a comeback to those type of celebrities who actually have that in their minds to say, yeah, I'm gonna do this and that.
Well, no, those exist. Your boy green-eyed dude used to be on Grey's Anatomy. Jesse Williams. Have you ever heard him speak?
I heard him speak. Yeah, I heard him speak.
Dude doesn't pull any punches. There are a few. The problem is this, that they don't see the problem as bad enough to separate. Every time you hear black people of any prominence speak of fixing our problems, they speak of fixing them with other people. There are certain problems we need to fix away from everyone. Everyone. Yeah. And we're not going to get there until we think like this. You know what, Will? You done fucked up when you hit Chris. That's some horrible shit. But we understand because you was married to a horrible broad. That marriage brought on by violence from a horrible father. We can draw all them lines. Divorce this broad, and we gonna turn inward as a people with our money and our know-how and our resources all black and start making movies with you as the star. That is where we need to be.
Right. Because Nicolas Cage out here working hard.
Exactly. In that very vein, young brother, I'm gonna say this is something I put up on Facebook earlier. And it's one of those memes of one has to go and all his work, and it's Denzel, Eddie, Will, Morgan Freeman, Sam Jackson, and Lawrence Fishburne. My caption reads, show me a meme with Kevin Costner, Ryan Gosling, Tom Cruise, Ryan Reynolds, Bradley Cooper, and Chris Hemsworth being put to the lottery gallows by white folk. I'll wait. Footnote. This is subconscious programming 101. Look for me to be suspended soon. Nobody else does this to their people. Nobody else. We got to understand that there are certain things on low-key levels that are not put there in our favor. They just aren't. And the more of those things we can be aware of, and the more of them we can be aware of together, I think the better off we'll be. What say you, brother?
You're saying that the more of... I don't think I caught the last part of what you were saying.
The more of like the low-key shit that happened to us. Mm-hmm. Like when we all came into the light of what crack was. There was a time when crack was new. Niggas didn't know why niggas was walking around down the street naked. Niggas didn't know what that was about. And then there was a time when we all knew what it was about, but we didn't know where it was from. Then it started to get out where it was from, what it was about, where it was, who made it. Then we found out who was responsible. So that collective consciousness made us better.
Yeah, I was just talking to. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Collectively, we know something now that, brother, so that it's a little easier to look at our ancestors. Were you the person standing in the shoes of the family member that took it and got hooked on it, and I did, and me were in those people's shoes? They did it way more naive, which means the sinister plan was in effect then. They fell for the plan then. We don't. That's because of collective consciousness. But go ahead.
Yeah. And that's what I was telling. I was talking to, I have an international network. I was talking to a friend from another place, and he just could not understand why he was getting tripped up so much by these people he was working with. And I had to let him know, you got to look at it like you don't see the tribes here, but these are the tribes.
Right.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. Hold on, bro. We gonna before we get out of here, we're gonna take a couple of minutes with that. If you can elaborate on as much as you can when you say the person's not from here, and as much as you can on being tripped up.
So the person is, I'll say, so the person is way from out of this country.
Okay.
Not culturally American or westernized at all.
At all.
That's not what they do. They work by different rules.
Are they melanated?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, he's trying to figure out, what's going on. These people, I love these people. I'm going to bat for them when it's time to, and there's still problems. Okay. Well, I just had to let them know, like, you got to look at it. You got to stick with your own team, and you can work with the other team sometime, but you got to have a good, stable environment with your team. Because if you don't have that, you go and working with these other people, they're gonna take advantage of you. That's the way this works.
Oh yeah. Well, there are enemies amongst lions and hyenas. So it's kind of the same analogy I make about family. And what you're saying is these are problems that him as a black man coming from another place is having with black people here.
He's not black. He's like brown.
Okay. And he's having these problems with brown people here or white people here
white people.
White people. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. What and I gotta find it. I'm gonna find the clip. There's a clip of this brother breaking down how much of Europe sent its incredibly deeply inbred people to Australia and America. And the fact that inbreeding that the royals did is responsible for how white folks think like they do. He's just breaking it all down. How y'all like that, both of them, fitna, are all old European terms. Old European fixing to. That did not come from us. Any broken slang we learn from ignorant slave owners. Now we put the groove in it, but the ignorance was tacked on and given to us. That was not ours. That ignorant part is some shit that belonged to them, and we need to get as far away from that as we can and start looking forward and understanding that these people know that their time is coming to an end. They know this is literally about genetic survival.
Right.
So your man shouldn't be surprised at all when he get here. These people, brother, I hope the oil crisis ain't went on.
You know what it is? Like these Middle Eastern. So he came over here thinking he was kind of white, and you know, I don't even know if he's kind of white or something, but you know, I don't know. I just don't think he just really was like, I just don't understand. And I was like, listen, we're in a state in this country that was like solid on the subject of slavery. Like they were making sure that shit was staying as long as they could.
Right. These people. What the West Virginia?
Virginia, yeah.
Oh, in Virginia? Yeah. Oh, Virginia was one of the most ruthless, most hardcore slave states in the Union.
This is what I had to tell him. I said, you know what a breeder is? Because, you know, he doesn't really speak English. Breeder, yeah. No. Listen, slavery was actually illegal in this country. Importing slaves was illegal in this country for a long time before the end of actual slavery happened. You know, like 50 years or something like that. So the only way for you to have new slaves in America legally was to breed them. And Virginia was a breeder state.
Wow.
What do you think that means? There's systems here that have been here since the 1600s to ensure that system stayed in place all the way through to almost the 1900s. And we're 20 years into 2000 something. You know.
Well, goddamn, schoolboy. I want to thank you so much for coming in today.
Appreciate that.
Fucking heavy ass shit on me like that.
No, but I'm saying you have to be. No. I'm just saying we have to be wary of things like that. When we know that, then we can start to operate in the mindset of, okay, when you come to me with the bullshit, I know you're not fucking playing. Excuse my language. I'm sorry for cursing.
No, bruh. Who the fuck told you can't cuss it in? I don't trust people don't cuss.
Yeah. I'm trying to clean it up, you know, because
for what?
Too much.
For what? Don't curse around your daughters, but the rest of these old rusty ass motherfuckers. Look, dude, all that tact, bruh, it's out the window.
Yeah,
it's gone. Okay, that was when we were young. That made sense because the other seedy side of life, there was a thick wall between that and our innocence. Not anymore. You want to see a nun fuck a goat? Right here.
Right.
I can bring it up right now. So yeah, I don't think you should cuss at your babies, but
yeah, man. That's the reason why. Like I engage with I have to go to court and stuff like that. I got to deal with the people at the job and do things like that. Long story short, but I know when you're coming at me with some bullshit, I know that you're coming at it from a stance of like you want me to lose something. I need to figure out what that is. That's what you're trying to attack, and that's how I'm going to defend myself. You know what I mean? And sometimes people get confused when they get put on pressure like that. When they get put under pressure like that, and then they go and do something stupid and end up losing. But that's what they wanted you to do. You have to figure out how to, sometimes all your wins aren't going to be graceful. Sometimes you got to figure out how to tumble. You got to figure out how to tumble. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to figure out how to win ugly.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. That is a great place. Tell them where to find you, man.
Yeah, we're in the Ranters Union and at Instagram, Schoolboy1867.
My man, it's a great place to kick you the fuck out of the room. Man, that Schoolboy. Wow. That was dope. No, that's actually, no, that was not that's fucked up. No, there was something. I need your final thoughts, man. What did you give me your final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I think that and I had this conversation yesterday with a friend of mine, and we're both like in the process of raising children and sending children out the door. And it's just like when we're trying to train our children's minds to think, we're trying to put them in a situation where yeah, you're going to learn from fear, but more often, I want you to learn about how doing this is going to enable you to do something else or enable you to enhance in some kind of way, as opposed to trying to push a fear onto you and kind of limiting you by that fear. You know, beyond that fear, there's another reality as well. So, you know, you have to deal with that still. You know,
Wow.
fear shouldn't be the barrier.
No shit. Now get the fuck out of here. That was fantastic, man. It's good to, you know what? No shit, real talk. It's good to see brothers younger than myself raising they baby. Dude got the future in his hands, and the future is in good hands. I deal with hate by telling them their history. Laugh. Facts. They're generally approaching for your benefit. Yes. Well, good people, this has been another goddamn good one. I'm gonna cut it together. You're gonna love it. You're gonna see it. Good points made today. Prayers out to my homie Rashad Coles. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta put up a picture of the homie. Most definitely he's in the hospital right now, and he definitely needs our prayers. So shout out to my main man, Big Rush. Get well, bro. You a good one. The world needs you. All right. Now, with that said, so good to see and hear y'all. Get this book by Will. Think about your relationship with your father, your mother, in your childhood, and how that's affecting you now. Because it is. Guide your ignorance to your wisdom. Stay high in thought. Stay high in deed. Sisters, find your peace. Brothers, find your majesty. It's your Uncle Jeff. Till next time. Peace.